This episode of Southeast Iowa Today is brought to you by Greiner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa, using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix it, clean it, and customize it. McDonald Boatyard of Keota, Iowa, for all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. For great food, it's your choice family restaurant of Wayland, Iowa. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Try the John Bain sandwich on your next visit. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer. Fred also fixes and sells snowblowers. B&B Propane and the family of jet stops. CW Tree Trimming, LLC. We're into your trees, not your wallet. Serving all of Henry County and the surrounding area, and we offer a senior citizen and veteran discount.
Iowa Technology Systems of Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Your one-stop computer tech shop. If you, someone you know, or are a business that is having trouble needing laptop, PC, or business technology help, call us today. Visit iowatechsys.com.
Save the date! It's the Junkin Sisters Shop Hop Christmas Edition, December 5th and 6th, 2025. Shop vintage finds, handmade treasures, and festive holiday decor and eats at participating shops. Check out the Junkin Sisters Shop Hop Facebook page for more details.
Dutch Market and Coffee Talk of Washington, Iowa. Dutch Market can handle all of your grocery needs. They even have a conference room that you can use for free. Coffee Talk's drive-thru is open and ready to serve you coffee, energy drinks, sandwiches, baked goods, and ice cream. They all present the award-winning Southeast Iowa Today. Here's the author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host, John Bain.
Thank you, announcer Cody Roy of NewEnglandDukes.com for your golden pipes and wonderful introduction. If you are a regular viewer of this podcast, then you know this guy right here is Bob DeWitt.
Hello.
When Bob's on the podcast, that means we're going day tripping. And on this episode, we're at the Swedish American Museum in Swedesburg, Iowa. As you will see and hear, we take a wonderful tour of this really neat museum with Director and Docent Trish Woepking. Trish, welcome to the podcast, and thank you so much for today's tour.
Well, you are welcome here. Velkommen, which means welcome, and gada gada, have a good day.
Okay, say that again.
Gada gada.
Gada gada.
That's what my mom always said when she came to the museum. Yes,
awesome.
For 35 years she was the director, and she was the one that started this. And not many people speak Swedish now like they used to. We know a few phrases, and then there's two songs. We sing this one song, Yama Haleva, which means happy birthday and may you live to be 100. Oh. And then at the church, the Swedesburg Lutheran Church, they always sing Children of the Heavenly Father in Swedish, which is just very special.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Like it.
Yes.
Well, we are basically right by the front door. So
yes.
we're starting from the beginning here.
Right. So in the 1850s, we had lots of people in Sweden that were not doing well financially, or these are some of the reasons people left Sweden. The population was poor, and there was a caste system. So if you were in a lower system or caste, then you could not raise yourself up. And then there was a regrouping of peasant farms, and the oldest boy or the oldest child inherited the farm. Then the rest of the people didn't have any land. And then there was an awakening movement to reform the church. And the United States looked good. So we had many people that started immigrating. In fact, over 1.2 million immigrated from 1840 to 1930 from Sweden to America. And they would get aboard the ship, and they would have to put everything, downsize, put everything into a small area. And these are some of the things that were brought over from Sweden. When they were on the ship from 6 to 10 weeks, this is what one person would have needed. And that's what it is in Swedish. That's what it is in English.
So they were on a ship for 6 to 10 weeks.
Right.
To get from Sweden to the United States.
Right.
And a lot of them, as we talked off camera before we started rolling, were in the bottom of the ship.
If you were really poor early on, you didn't see sunlight all the way over.
Can you imagine that?
No. Now the ships early on were the mast ships, like this one that came over early.
Mm-hmm.
Our last immigrant came in 1929, and so it was on a steamship, so it would have been much faster than the two mast ships here. But most of our immigrants came over in the late 1850s and early 1860s, and most of them came to New York at Castle Garden. You think about Ellis Island, but that wasn't until around maybe 1900. But they came to Castle Garden, they came across the river, and then they came down the Mississippi, and then these are all different settlements that are Swedish settlements in Iowa. And New Sweden is by Fairfield, and in 1845 they started a settlement there, and Pastor Håkan Olsson's church grew to over 700 people, and that was too many. So he started looking around, and in Henry County, right here, right where Swedesburg is, Wayne Township, 5 miles around here in each way, there was no one living because the water was just flat, the land was flat, the water was standing, it was only good for ducks or a buffalo wattle. So people started coming here, and they would tile the land to get the water away. So this is some of the best farmland in the state.
That's amazing.
Tiled. Yes.
So that was the tiling they brought over from Sweden, that idea? Or
the idea, yes. They tiled. Pastor Håkan Olsson knew that they tiled in Sweden, and so they would know how to tile. So I want to show you the tiles.
Okay.
First, they took a straight branch. They took a hot wrought iron down the middle, which is the softest, and made a hole the way through it. And then they would slant it a little bit toward the lowest part of the land to get the water out. Then they used the clay tile, and now it's the big black tile. Mm. And, we have a skeleton tile spade that they used, and this is the crumber that they used, and you can see that in this picture of all of our tiling.
Yeah.
So this is our farm area, and you can see all these things. There's the thrashing machine, and I have a book here that shows where the people that thrashed and the farmsteads they would go, the list of farmsteads they would go to. So if you're from here, this is really interesting to see who they farmed. And then thanks to Waldo Bloom, he's got all this information, plus in 1991 who was living in that farm. But this is all our farm exhibit. And up here I have a gutter, and this gutter was from a house that was built right after the Civil War.
I'll be darned. So you're talking 1866?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is neat.
Okay. I'd like to show you our church. The church was very important to the Swedes. First, they went round house to house, and this is a one-string instrument. It's a Woepking. And then when they had the church, then they had a piano and organ. There was a man in the Swedish army that lost his leg, and so they took one of the pedals off. And this is a melodone, and it is a keyboard which is used by forcing air through metal reeds.
Okay. So this one-stringed instrument.
Yes.
What could they play with that? What could they change the tone of the string, or what did they use?
No, every different line was a different note.
Oh, okay.
So, no,
Gotcha.
and so yes. And then they built the first church in 1868. It was destroyed by fire. The big white church then was struck by lightning, and now we have the beautiful brick church a block from here, the same location of all these. And every Sunday morning, you'll hear beautiful music, beautiful pipe organ. Chris Arp is the organist, and it's just like a concert.
Wow.
And the church is It's all beautiful stained glass windows too.
Nice.
Oh, and then we have Pastor Ebbs. This is his frock and his hat, and he went to Augustana College from 1900 to 1904, and this is his typewriter.
And Augustana is in Rock Island, Illinois.
Yes, right there. And you take this cartridge out and replace it with a different cartridge for a different language. So you use the typewriter for different languages, and then you would change the letters also too.
That was way before Google.
Yes.
For translations. That is incredible.
Yes. And most people have not seen a cooling basket. We did not embalm here until in the 1900s. And they did that maybe before that in New York. But when someone died, they would put them in the body in the cooling basket, and then they would put them in a casket. And these are some of the casket ornaments.
Huh.
And these are made, and the Peter L. Anderson, he went by Peter L. because there was 3 Peter Andersons in Swedesburg. But he was a carpenter, casket maker, undertaker, justice of peace for about 50 years.
And he is an S-O-N.
Oh, if it's Swedish, it's S-O-N. Yes.
There you go.
If it's E-N, it's one of the other Scandinavian countries.
Gotcha.
Yes. Usually. Oh, that's the other thing with names. If you were in the Swedish Army, they changed your name to a one-syllable name. And so some people kept that one-syllable name, and some people went back to their original. And then also in the 1800s, if your dad was Johan, and say Johan Danielson, then the son became Jansson or Johnson, and the daughter became Jan's daughter until she was married.
Okay. Why did the Swedish Army change the
name to a one-syllable?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they did that back. I know my great-great-grandfather was in the Swedish Army, and they changed Abrahamson to Stolt. And so this was right before our Civil War. Then he came here, fought in the Civil War, but he changed it back to Abrahamson, Jermaine Abrahamson.
Because at that point, he's an American and he has some freedom and he could do that.
Well, I think he might have changed it back before he even came. But as soon as he got out of the Swedish Army, he changed it back. So you had that option.
Gotcha. This is fascinating. All right here in Swedesburg, Iowa, folks.
And most people were poor, so they used what they had. This is a hair wreath. This is made out of cork. The women did a lot of stitchery.
So what does that translate to? Oh, you got it right there.
Right there.
At the home hearth is worth more than gold or silver.
Happiness.
Oh, quiet peace, happiness.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Okay, and our school, in the 1850s to 1952, in Henry County, there are 91 room schools every 4 miles, so no child had to walk more than 2 miles. And
uphill both ways, right?
No, it's flat around here. Remember?
That's true.
It's very flat, but still.
And they probably had shoes.
They probably had shoes, but they probably didn't fit.
Oh, okay.
They probably had one pair of shoes instead of 10 or 20.
Yeah.
And this is a Swedish alphabet.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
And back to Augustana College, they had a person or more that went in the 1890s that came in the summer from Augustana College to teach women how to be teachers. And the church owns the parish hall, which is a block away. And so in the summer, they would use that as an academy. And so in 1921 to 1962, it was all Olds High School around here.
Okay. You know, they really, when they came here, they didn't come with a lot.
Right.
And look what they were able to do in a short amount of time.
Right.
I mean, they really got busy.
They did. They did. Well, they didn't have computers and cell phones to take up their time.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay.
That's a good point.
So this big building now was the Farmers Union Exchange. Before that, there was a country store here, and it was a small store that was moved out in the 20s, and they built this big store. And then with that was this room that was for the farmers, and they would have rows of the nails and hammers and everything that the farmers needed. Now it's our genealogy room. So if you're from here, thanks to lots of historians over the years, we would have all your genealogy. So thank you to Jane Wickham, to Marilyn Bowl, to Jean Anderson. I could go on and on, that spent so many hours, and Louise Unkridge that spent all these hours putting our genealogy together.
That's amazing.
And then, like, I just had someone that came in, and it's so fun to, show him things. And he wanted to know about the house, this certain house. And Herb Holt, he did all this work. So every house and farm in this area, he has all the background. As so you can see exactly who owned the house and pictures and everything.
That is wonderful. What a service.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have so many people that did so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then we have three more buildings back here that are that were a half block away, and they moved them here so you don't have to walk outside.
Well, that was nice of them.
The women did a lot of stitchery.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch your step.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But 35 years ago, when they decided to start the Swedish Heritage Society, you had your grandparents' things, and where are you going to put them? And so we have all these priceless things. The older men would sit around the stove and play checkers.
Yeah.
Yep.
This older man would like to do that.
Okay. Okay.
This is really something. I mean, we walked down these steps right here, and we went back in time.
Yeah, there's a women's side saddle. There's an ox yoke.
Oh, yes. Wow. That's amazing.
And here's a list of, in the 1920s, all these farmers sold their cream, and here's the percentage of cream and what they got paid. So that's sort of interesting.
That is interesting. My goodness. And what year was this?
1920.
1920. Wow.
Yeah, 1920.
Both my grandpas were 7 years old by then.
Okay, I'm sorry, 1931.
Oh, 1931.
On that one, on that sheet.
Okay.
And then there was a man that lived in town. He grew up in town, and he read every book he could. And as an adult, he became the United States Consul to Russia.
Oh, Bernard.
So that was sort of interesting.
And is that Jacob Connor?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Right. And
we gotta show his picture here. Very good.
And then after that, I'm looking, and all these books are in English. And so it's interesting that they'd already, in the 1880s, they were acclimated to the English language.
Wait a minute. I'm standing up. I got to sit down. You mean immigrants actually got acclimated to the language of their country?
Oh, yes.
Of their new country?
Oh, yes.
In a short amount of time?
Yes.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
Well, yeah, you look at all these books, and yeah, they're in English. So.
And these people, when they immigrated here, nothing was handed to them.
No.
They worked.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They're hard workers.
Want to clarify that.
Yeah.
Yes. And I love, we had two shoemakers in town, and you can see how this is worn.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you about shoes, they probably didn't fit too well.
I was to say, back then, they didn't have as big a feet as I do now.
Right. Okay, so
my size 13s, they'd probably shock somebody seeing it.
This was my favorite part of the museum. Okay, back in 1885, the town of Swedesburg had about 90 people, and they were all Swedes. Mm-hmm. Back then, this was the hub for everybody to come. Now we have 90 people, but they're not all Swedes, but that's okay. But back in 1885, we had 2 or 3 doctors. In fact, once we had 4 doctors, and one was a husband-wife, but they didn't stay long because the Swedes wouldn't go to a lady doctor, supposedly.
Oh.
But we had a shoemaker, we had a tinsmith, a blacksmith, a carpenter, a buggy maker, 2 or 3 stores. We had a tailor. We had a millinery. A lot of people don't know what a millinery was. Do you guys know? Anyway, it's a hat maker.
A hat maker?
Right. Little
Okay.
house on the prairie.
Oh.
A hat maker, yes. A barber shop. And so it was just a dirt road until the 1920s.
Wow.
And then this exhibit, first there was only Indian trails. Then it was the Red Ball Road. And people spoke different languages, so you could see the shape and the red to know where you're at. And different parts of the state had different colors. But from Dubuque, and then went through Iowa City, and then went west before it went to Missouri for some reason. But that was the Red Ball Road.
Red Ball Road.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. And but it was all dirt. And so what they had to do was to drag it, because you can imagine how the ruts were.
Oh, yeah.
And so here's a couple mules. Here's a drag. You put a board on it, a couple of people would stand it, and you'd try to get rid of the ruts.
Wow.
And this is the scoop bucket they used for the first, when they first made the road around across here. This is 218 was right in front of our building, and now they moved it over.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what they used.
I'll be darned.
And then it was all tall prairie grass. Here's the tall prairie grass.
Mm-hmm.
There was no trees here within 5 miles. There's no trees. So this is a 3-prong cultivator they used to break up the ground.
Huh.
So since there were no trees, they would go 30 miles to the Mississippi at Burlington with their horse and wagon, and there would be logs coming down the Mississippi. And there was a mill in Burlington, and they would get their wood that way, or they would go 5 miles away and buy some timberland.
I'll be darned.
But this is from a barn from the 1860s, and this is from a barn from the 1880s. And you can see there's no nails. They use different angles, and it's solid, you know.
Yeah.
I had a man that came, that was a fireman. He says, yeah, these old buildings that were solid wood take a lot longer to burn down than the new ones.
Yeah.
And behind you is the huckster wagon. Thanks to Kenny Tolander, he made our huckster wagon. And from the 1880s to 1920s, all these little towns around that had a store had a huckster wagon that would take groceries and things that the farm wife or the farmer needed,
Mm-hmm.
and sell or trade.
I'll
So
be
you can
darned.
see all these little, in the green, all those had huckster wagons. And back then it was really a good term, because you'd see the same person every week. And they also delivered mail. You hear about the Pony Express, but that was in the 1840s for just maybe over a year.
Mm-hmm.
But these are actual pictures of the area of the huckster wagons. And we like the huckster wagons.
So everybody, when they saw the huckster wagon coming, they were happy.
Sure.
Good
Right.
things were coming their way.
Right, and if they didn't have it, then the next time they came, they would get it. If the store had it, they would bring it to them.
This is kind of like an early version of the Schwann's man.
Sure, right.
This is incredible.
And the tinsmith, Mr. Berg, and his wife and 2 children lived upstairs. And until they had a 3rd child, they didn't have enough room. They weren't making enough money, so then they moved on. But these are some of his tools from the 1870s and some of his papers.
Wow.
You want to see where they lived upstairs?
Of course.
Of course. Okay, watch your step. Here's
All right.
Mr. and Mrs. Berg.
Okay, we'll get. There they are. We're going to work our way up. Bob, be careful on these stairs.
Yes, I will.
All right, here we go. Oh, neat.
They would sit around and read the Bible. And here's your kerosene lantern. And these are the original tin plates that they brought with them.
Oh, wow.
The windows, you can tell which are original because they have some sway to them.
Okay.
You can see that.
Huh.
Here's the stove. And if you put this on top, it would be used as an oven.
Okay.
They'd use corn cobs to get it started.
Uh-huh.
And the beds would be, this is a bedroom. Here's a soapstone. You can heat the soapstone and warm up the bed, or heat it up, and then you'd put it at your foot in in your buggy.
Wow.
And you can tell that the beds are narrow and
Yeah. This is really something.
to break the ice some mornings before you wash your face.
Yeah, imagine how cold it would be
Right,
up here.
right.
I mean, it feels chilly up right now.
Yes.
And I think it's 50
Oh, and here's your
degrees
bathtub.
outside.
Okay, everybody gets the same bath water, and you take a bath.
So was this a Saturday night only thing, or did they do it more often than that?
Probably not more often. I don't know. There's a picture someone found of a Viking taking a bath.
Ah. We'll try and get that kind of a reflection. There we go. Wow. Well, they had just about everything they needed except running water and that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm going to shut the camera off so we can go
Okay.
down the stairs, and we'll take a quick break, and
Okay.
you can show us some other parts. Bob, it's windy out here in Swedesburg.
It's very windy.
Can you tell the people to do something?
Tell them to like, follow, and subscribe. It's free.
And even the Swedish Mulebuck is doing it.
Yeah.
Trish, what do we have here?
Okay. This is our maypole, and the longest day in the year, the summer solstice in June. We celebrate. We dance around the maypole. We honor an immigrant family, and we have a group of musicians come that play Scandinavian or Swedish songs. And
So if you wait till June to dance around it, why do they call it a maypole?
well, there's another word for it in Swedish.
Oh, okay.
Megs, and I don't want to say it incorrectly.
All right.
But it's real.
Yeah, we don't want to.
It's a lot bigger, and we put the real greenery and real flowers on it.
Gotcha. Now I say, don't say it incorrectly because we don't want an international incident from my podcast. You got one over there too.
Right, right.
Okay. Very neat. Well, the Swedes are festive.
Yes, yes. And then in the middle of December, we celebrate our Santa Lucia. Other
Okay.
countries do that too, but we're just bringing light into the world on the basically, in
And some of the
Sweden,
darkest days.
yeah, in Sweden, it's long dark days, and so in December now we'll be celebrating that.
Very nice. Very nice. So how do people find out the hours that you're open? How much
Okay.
does it cost to come here?
Okay.
Any things, all that important stuff that people
Yes.
want to know before they
Well,
get here.
Go to Facebook, Swedish American Museum,
Okay.
and we have a newsletter for $25 a year. You can get our quarterly newsletter, which Norma Lundeen and Mary put out, and
Does that actually come in your U.S. mailbox?
yes.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, every quarter, and it's very informative. It's well written. We're excited about that every quarter. So
That sounds
yeah, just go on Facebook or call our number, and I
Okay.
can give you that later.
All right.
But yeah, we're open.
You know what I'm doing right now? The folks that are listening, they got to wait till later for the number. But the folks that are watching, I've got it on the screen right now.
Okay,
So,
from 9 to 4, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're open.
okay.
And if you have a group, or if you want to come other times, just give us a call.
Very good. What an interesting place and history. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really,
Here's you're off. This is Santa Lucia. These are Santa Lucias over the years.
it starts at 1986
Right,
and all the way down to 2024.
right.
Quite a tradition.
Yes,
Now you have a celebration then
yes,
here.
yes. At the parish hall, which is a block away, that the church owns. And we used to do it here sometimes, but it's bigger area over there.
Sure.
And then we have a potluck, and then she brings the traditional rolls. You can see right here they have.
Yes. So how is a young lady selected?
It's well, they pick someone that's like around 16 that has been active in the Swedish Museum.
Okay.
Right.
Very good.
And the family's been active too.
Okay. That's neat.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's quite an honor for them and
Right.
their family.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so
Over here.
okay.
Okay. Do you know what this is?
That
Okay, this is Lutfist. If it's Swedish, it's called Lutfist.
okay.
If it's Norwegian, it's Ludefist, 3 syllables. But they take a cod, they soak it in lye, and then they eat it. So you either love it or hate it.
Is it better on a Ritz cracker?
I've never tried it. I've never tried it. My family never made it, but many families did. And anyway.
And you're like, I don't need to try that. My family's warned me to stay away from that.
But no, they just didn't do it. So here's our
It does
map.
not look very appetizing.
Well, that's been there a few years.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's our map of Sweden.
Okay.
And over 1,400 people have come since in our 35 years. You can see where Stockholm is. So they put a pin in, and then we take their picture and get their information. You know, we've had some that are clear up over there, and we even put some in if they're from Denmark or Finland. But,
so all those pins represent people from Sweden that came here.
Right.
That's amazing.
That visited here, yes.
Yeah, that visited.
Right.
Visited the museum in the town. And
right.
Wow. How many folks do you get visit the museum in like a year's time?
Around 3,000.
That's a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
It is.
Okay. This is our exhibit about Dalarna. If you have a Dala horse, it has to be made in Dalarna, or it's not a real Dala horse.
Okay.
And
that's what those are called, Dalas.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
They were in the winter, dark days, and so some of the men would just sit around and start carving. And so in the town of Dalarna, it has to be made to be Dalarna horse. Also in that area was Carl Larsson, and he's the main artist, and these are his children.
Oh, neat.
And so he's the main artist from Sweden. And also they have a copper mine there, and you can tell that how this was made and how it was used over the open fire was probably before the 1850s.
Okay.
So this is a collection of copper mines. But what was interesting when I was there in Sweden, that in 1867 there was a great clash and a huge collapse in the copper mine. But it was on St. David's Day, which was a holiday, so no one was in the mine. So that was a miracle.
Well, that is a miracle, yeah.
Yes. Now, we have a wonderful gift shop that Norma Lundin has filled us with all things from Sweden and elsewhere.
Now, not to interrupt, but what is this called?
Okay. Yes. Those are our straw horses, or our Yule buck. Yule, it means Christmas, and buck means goat. But anyway, there's different traditions.
So it's a Christmas goat?
Yes. You put it beside one tradition is you put it beside the Christmas tree, and it'll keep the evil spirits away. Or it's also telling kids you can't go near your Christmas presents till you're told to open them. So there's different traditions that way. Yes.
That's really neat.
So we have a big one out front by the road that we get lots of compliments on. And in Sweden, they put it up before Christmas and then they burn them. Well, we keep ours up all year round.
I wonder why they burn them. I guess they just wear out and they can make new ones the next season or something.
I don't know. We also, our gift shop have assortment of books, all these things from Sweden. And we have our lingonberries. So lingonberries is something we put on our Swedish pancakes when we have our Swedish breakfast.
You had me at pancakes.
And we make, at the smorgasbord, before that we make our ostekaka, which is a milk pudding, and then we put the lingonberries on that. So that's a delicacy, a Swedish delicacy.
And what a fun language.
Like the Viking World Tour.
Oh, I love the Viking World Tour too, yes.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool. I say that to everyone, and then some people get it within an instant, and then some people take a couple seconds. But yeah, I love that. And then that's the back of that's the front of it.
Okay.
On the t-shirts, yeah,
nice.
And sweatshirts.
Well, this has been an amazing tour.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Dala,
yes,
are the horses, and they're from
right. DALA.
And they're from Dalarna.
Dalarna, yes, right here.
Okay, Bob, there's going to be a test, and there's going to be a quiz. Dala horses are only Dala if they are made in Dalarna, Sweden.
And then here's the flags from the different countries.
So I've got a question for you. That big orange horse out front, is that actually a Dala? Was it made in?
Oh, no, that was not made.
So what do we call it, Joe? Or
no,
what?
no. Ole.
Ole, there you go. Well, we're gonna have to take a look at Ole on this podcast.
In fact, we have some Ole books here. Ole and Lena jokes.
Oh.
Ole and Lena.
That's fun. You really gotta like a group of people that'll poke fun of themselves once in a while.
Well, there used to be this Minnesota, Iowa, rivalry sort of.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I talked to someone that said that they were a Swede, their grandparents were Swedes in the 1940s, and a Swede married, another Scandinavian country, and they were like ostracized for a while. So anyway, there was that rivalry.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. So if we were on an elevator together, the three of us, and you told us you're from Swedesburg, Iowa, what would be your elevator speech to us to get us to come here?
Oh.
Let's say we're up in Chicago. We're in an elevator. Why? I don't know, but we find this out.
Okay. Well, what is helping us so much is we're right on the highway. And the Avenue of Saints is St. Louis and St. Paul. And I don't know what high percentage we have people going from St. Paul to St. Louis and vice versa. And they see the sign. We have a sign on both sides, north and south. And then we also have the dollar or the Woepking out there that people see. And as soon as they see that, they come in. And so we're just thankful that we're so close. We're just a block from the road. And if you go on lots of different sites, we're the only Swedish museum in the whole southeast area. There's one in southwest Iowa, one in north central Iowa. But yeah, there's not that many. And so we're where you don't have to be Swedish that come here. And then the other thing, a lot of people from Missouri come to the University of Iowa, to the hospital, and they stop and everyone says, oh, I go by here, but you're not open on Wednesday, or you're not open on Sunday. And so we have people that drive by, and so we're thankful and it's a joy to be here. There's just so many things to see, and I never thought I liked museums, but I love this one.
Well, and this is fun because you show the history, and you show the history of ambitious people.
Oh.
That yes. Got it done.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is really the American spirit.
Right.
And it's wonderful to see it here in Swedesburg.
We also have a cottage outside. It's called stuga. The word stuga means cottage, and in Sweden, a lot of people go like maybe a whole month for their holiday, and they go to the water, and there's lots of lakes and rivers in Sweden. And what I enjoyed over there is they have all these water features. I love water features, and they had roundabouts, and every roundabout either had a big statue or water features. And so now they're up to date places they go, but now you can come and see our stuga, which is what the cottage would have looked like years ago.
Very well. So is there a cost to visit?
Oh, no, but we really need donations.
Okay, so put a few bucks in
right
when you stop in,
right,
folks.
Right, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Bob?
Yes.
You did another great job on this day tripping episode.
We enjoyed it, so we thought your viewers would too.
I think they will. Hey, thanks for watching the podcast. We're taking just a quick break here because I need to share with you how you can get one of these cool t-shirts. or one of these cool hats, or this huge, let me just make sure I'm holding this right, Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain blanket. Huh, man, it is soft too. Anyway, all you gotta do is go to a website called Bain Designs, and that's what it looks like. You can see it there. Once you're there, just search Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain, and boom, up comes that. And you can get stuff like this, a tumbler. This says Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain, and on the back, stay friendly, Southeast Iowa. And don't forget the ever cool Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain coffee mugs that also say stay friendly, Southeast Iowa. It's all there. And why am I telling you this? It's because I appreciate you, and I know that you tell people about this podcast, but this is a way for you to become a walking billboard, get some conversation started, help me promote your favorite podcast. And once again, I thank you. And this was a long enough break. We got to get back to the podcast. And, you know, stay friendly, Southeast Iowa. And thank you so much. Trish, what is this little house?
This is our stuga, which is another word for cottage. And in Sweden, a lot of the buildings are this red brick colored. It's a stain. It's not a paint. It lasts longer than paint. And it's a byproduct of the copper mines with linseed oil.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful brick color, and that's, yeah, you just look at pictures from Sweden. Many of them have that color.
Very good. Well, this is neat.
So in the summer, they would have go on a holiday and go by the water. And over here is stuga, a red little stuga or cottage shall we have beside the lake or sea.
Nice.
And now it would be up to date, but here, rag rugs, they would make
yeah, that's so neat.
They would enjoy the countryside.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So in modern Sweden, do they still do that tradition?
Oh yes.
Okay.
But their houses are modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means a lot bigger.
Oh yes.
And a lot more modern convenience.
Our families over there, they have this huge building that's got all these, room for a large family, large families.
Yes.
Yes.
Neat.
But if you had a pump, that you're lucky,
Oh yeah, they actually have water inside.
Right.
Nice. Bob?
I love the stove. It's so ornamental.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been in the stuga before?
Once.
Once? Okay.
A couple of weeks ago.
Okay. But it wasn't in Sweden. It was right here.
Yeah, it was right here.
Wow. This is cheerful.
Yes.
Nice. That seems to be a running theme, cheerfulness.
Well, that is what everyone should be thinking of, yes.
Yes, definitely so. Well, my day has been made. I have been in a stuga.
Yes. Yeah.
You learned a new Swedish word.
That's for sure. And what'd you say we're going to call that big orange horse there?
Darla horse.
But Oli, right?
Oh, okay.
Because it's not made in Darla.
Right, okay.
Let's go see Oli.
Okay, let's go see Oli.
I like how bright colors are used.
Oh, I know, yes. Yes.
Had a lot of people park their car here.
They take pictures, yes. All the time, yes.
Well, Oli, you are a fine looking orange horse, that's for sure. So, Bob, stand over by it so you can see scale here.
I think it's 16 foot.
16,
Fiberglass?
Yes.
16 feet. Okay. I think you need a ladder to get on that horse.
Yes, I would.
That's why it's taller, so they can't get on it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, this has been a wonderful tour.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Bob, once again, another home run on the day tripping.
Great.
All right. Trish, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bob, it's windy out here in Swedesburg.
It's very windy.
Can you tell the people to do something?
Tell them to like, follow, and subscribe. It's free.
And even the Swedish Mulebuck is doing it.
Yes.
Trish, if there was one thing else we should have talked about the American Swedish Museum here in Swedesburg, Iowa, what would it have been?
Well, back in the 1960s, my mom, Louise Unkridge, and my dad, Clarence, they hosted a midsummer dance, and that sort of got it started. My mom's idea was, here's all these retired people, and we have all these things that our grandparents had, what are we going to do with them? And so it's her idea to do this, and she and Vincent Lundeen and Arnold Lundeen bought this building, which was a store, and then they sold some other things, but then they bought this, and then they started, and then we had all these Swedish families around here that supported this and were docents. We used to have like 70 docents because we had all these retirees, because we had 40-acre farms all over.
Wow.
So we had lots of people here. Well, now instead of 40-acre farms, we have huge farms.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's less houses, less people. And so we're just happy that we can enjoy the history and all that our ancestors have done.
Well, I definitely can attest you are enjoying the history. I can tell just in the way you present. And Bob and I have sure enjoyed it today, haven't we? Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Trish, it's been wonderful. Bob, Trish sure knows her stuff.
She does.
What a wonderful lady, and a wonderful tour of the Swedish American Museum right here in Swedesburg, Iowa. Thanks again, Bob, for this great day tripping episode. And thanks to you for watching. And make sure to give this episode a like, follow, and subscribe. It's free. Thanks to my sponsors, Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Your Choice Family Restaurant, Girling Repair, B&B Propane, and the family of Jet Stops, CW Tree Trimming, LLC, Iowa Technology Systems, Junkin Sisters Holiday Shop Hop, December 5th and 6th, Dutch Market, and Coffee Talk. He's Bob DeWitt. I'm John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.